Welcome to class, everybody. I've got a very nice lower back flow for you. So anybody with lower back pain will really benefit from this practice. You will need a yoga block or a pillow or some rolled up blankets or towels will work just fine, anything that you have. And yeah, it's a pretty easy beginner class, so if you're not advanced yet, this class is perfect for you. And all right, let's get started. We're gonna start in a seated posture today. Get comfy, close down your eyes, and just start to bring yourself into the room. Noticing any sounds or smells or anything in particular, the clothes touching your skin. And start to take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And sometimes what you can do, if there's something that's causing you stress or tension in your life, just sigh it out, breathe it out through your exhale. Let's try it once together. We're gonna do a big exhale, a big sigh. So inhale, exhale, breathe it out. And let's do one more. Inhale, and exhale, breathe it out, sigh it out. Nobody can hear you or see you, so I want you to breathe out anything that's not serving you today. And you can do that anytime you need throughout the practice. And we're going to keep in this in the seated posture. And you're going to inhale, raise the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold it over until your hands meet the ground. You can let your head hang heavy here, or sometimes it's nice to place your head on the block if you have a block, or you can just stay here. Try to elongate in the spine instead of curling. And we'll be here for 5 breaths. And sometimes it's nice to find some organic movement here. So you can bring your fingers over to the right and stretch out the side body. And then walk them over to the left. And you should feel a beautiful stretch right in your lower back. And notice that the inhales give you, inhales like open and expand your muscles, and the exhales, you'll melt into that space. Inhales give you space, exhales you melt into the space that the inhales have given you. And sometimes I like to sway side to side. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the opposite foot in front. And then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold once more. Really breathing into your lower back. Send your oxygen down towards your lower spine. Another great way to lengthen through the spine is to grip the floor with your hands and then imagine as if you're pulling yourself forward. And then we'll walk the hands over to the left. Inhale and exhale. Twice more. And then walk your fingertips over to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Twice more like this. Alright, and come back to center. We're going to find some spinal rotations. So grab hold of your knees, and as we inhale, we're going to scoop our chest forward and just rotate forward. And then exhale, you will round your back as you come back. So inhale, little circles with the hips. And exhale, round the spine back. Inhale, come forward. Think cow pose. Exhale, back. And then when you're ready, you can reverse your circles. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, bring it forward. And you can find your own pace with your own breath. Excellent. We're going to bring our feet out, or our legs out long. When you get there, inhale, hands up towards the sky. Flex your toes, your feet, and exhale, think up and over your legs. You can grab hold of your shins, even your thighs, or you can grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. And you want to prioritize length in your spine rather than being rounded over. Great. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. So your wrists are right underneath your shoulders and your legs are right underneath your hip points. We're going to find a few cat-cows. So inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone up towards the sky, and exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone, draw the navel up towards the belly button. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, tailbone up. And exhale, round the spine. Once more. Now we're going to find a little wave. So we're going to sit the hips back to child's pose on your exhale. Inhale, you're going to come up to cow, sorry. Exhale, round the spine, sink back into child's pose. Inhale, curl the spine up, look up, cow. And once more, exhale, navel draws to the spine, round your spine. And sink back to child's pose. You can open up your knees if you want more of a hip stretch, or you can keep your knees in the same spot. And we're going to be here for 3 breaths. Perfect. Then find your way to your stomach. And when you get there, the elbows, maybe I should twist this way. No, twist this way. The elbows are going to be right underneath your shoulders. You're going to press your feet into the floor, and then your neck is long, so don't crunch it up or hang it down. It's just one long extension with your spine. This is really great to elongate the muscles in the lower back. If you need more of a stretch, you can bring your feet more towards the edges of your yoga mat. And you can also tuck your toes, lift your knees, and bring your chest forward a little bit more. But that's only if you need more of a stretch. And if this is comfortable for you at this moment, then I want you to stay here. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, we're going to catch our right foot with our right hand and just bring the heel in towards the glute. Nice, easy quad stretch. Be gentle because it is a tight muscle for most people. Great, and then we're going to switch left foot to left hand. Keep pressing your right toes into the mat. Great. And we're going to place our hands underneath our shoulder points. Tuck your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Power up to plank pose. Now with this, you want to make sure that your glutes aren't too high or swaying low. You want to make sure they're just right in line with your body. And you're going to press the yoga mat away with your hands. Claw through the fingertips. And then bring your navel towards your spine, almost like you're in cat. Inhale once more. Exhale, lift your hips up to downward facing dog. You can walk, you can pedal out the feet here. Upper arm bones rotate out and your head hangs heavy. If your hamstrings are tight, you can bend your knees to prioritize the length in the spine. Great, and then you're gonna inhale, look up, and then step up towards the top of your mat, however you'd want to get there. You can do little baby steps or hop, and then fold once you get here. Head hangs heavy. The weight is in your, not your toes, but the ball joint of your feet. Sometimes I like to grab opposite ankles and sway side to side. Again, you can bend the knees as generously as you need here. Great, and then we're gonna inhale, find a halfway lift. So hands will come to the shins, shoulder blades draw in together, neck is in line with your spine. So you have a really nice flat back. And fold back down. And we're gonna inhale and roll our spine up. So your shoulder, you're gonna vertebrae by vertebrae. Goodness, that's a tongue twister. Rise all the way up. Shoulders, and then your neck comes last. And once you get here, you're gonna reach up towards the sky. Inhale. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, and we're gonna twist over to the right. Bump the hips over to the left. You want to keep your chest open and up towards the sky. So a really nice open posture as you're folding. Inhale back up. And let's take it the opposite way. Only go as deep as you feel is comfortable in your body today. Our bodies fluctuate day to day. Sometimes you might not be able to go into a pose as deep one day, and then the next day it's super accessible for you. And then inhale back up, reach for the sky, touch the clouds, and then fold back forward. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift again. You can also bring your hands to your thighs here. Keep the shoulder blades drawing back. Inhale, exhale, fold. All right, and we're gonna plant the hands. Step the right leg back and then the left. Plank pose. 5 breaths here, you got this. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Really press the mat away, engage your abs. One last breath here. And then lower slowly to your belly. So you'll shift forward, keep your elbows towards your body, and lower down slowly. We'll find a little cobra. And then melt your heart back down. All right. And we're going to come up back up to all fours and take your right leg and bring it parallel, or as close to parallel as you can, to the front edge of your mat. Extend the left leg back. And this will be our pigeon. Take a look back at those toes. Make sure they're not sickling inward or outward. Make sure your toes are just flat and straight. And just breathe here. This is a really intense hip opener. If this is not accessible to you, you can come to figure 4 pose, which might be easier if you're a beginner. You would come down to your back, cross your right leg over your left, loop your hands, grab a hold of your behind your thigh, make sure you keep your feet flexed, and that would be the pose that you would be in. And everybody else that's in pigeon will be here for a minute longer. You can lower onto your elbows or even your hands. And then hands are going to come back to the mat. Tuck your left toes under. Bring your right toes back to plank. Inhale, exhale, shift back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to shift back to plank and bring your left foot up. Bring it parallel, or sometimes if your hips are really tight, your leg will be more diagonal, and that's fine. The more open your hips are, the more parallel it will be to the front. And keep your toes active. This protects the knees. Make sure that back foot isn't sickling in or out. We'll be up here for a second. And if you're in figure 4 position, you'd want to switch legs. And then once you've been up for a few breaths, you can come down to your elbows or the tops of your hands. All right. Come back up to your hands. And shift back to plank. Lower down to your stomach. And then we're going to roll over and come to lie on your back. When you get there, draw the shoulder blades in towards the midline so you have a nice shelf to lay on. Have your block or towel handy. And then we're going to raise the legs up to tabletop position. Hands are going to come behind the head. We're going to take a few simple crunches here. So inhale, exhale, lift the shoulder blades up off the ground. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, back down. Make sure you keep your elbows wide. Inhale up. Exhale down. And you're not straining the neck, you're working within your abs. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, back down. Couple more like this. A few more, you can do it. Great, we're gonna extend the left leg out long. Bring the right elbow to the right knee. Exhale. And then when you inhale, you're going to extend the right leg, bring the left leg in, and the left elbow is going to tap the left knee. And we're going to switch. So inhale, lower, exhale, twist. Inhale, lower, exhale, twist. Inhale, lower, exhale, twist. Inhale, lower, exhale, twist. 2 more on each side. Inhale, lower, exhale, twist. 1 more on each. Great. Lower your feet, lower your head, and notice how you feel. And you're going to grab your block or your blanket, and you're going to put it under your sacrum. You don't want it too low or too high. There's a sweet spot. It's right at your tailbone. Arms can be on your stomach or on the floor. This is a nice lower back release. We'll be here for a few minutes. And closing the eyes. Finding gratitude for yourself and for bringing yourself here and carving out the time to be on your mat today. It is a magical thing. Great. And remove the block from your lower back down. Feet are going to come back up to tabletop, and then you're just going to twist them over to the left. You can grab your right knee with your left hand for more of a stretch. You can look over to the left for more of a stretch as well. Long, deep breaths here. And then lift the legs back up to tabletop and shift your knees down towards the other side, coming back into the twist on the other side. Great. Lift the knees back up. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug here. You can massage the lower back by rolling across it. And then the last pose before Shavasana, you're going to reach and grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Lift your legs up, coming into happy baby. You want to try to keep your spine flat, like your lower back touching the ground. And you can rock side to side if that feels good here, or you can just stay still. Then I invite you to find any extra poses that your body might be calling for tonight. And then when you're ready, we're going to extend our feet out long. Hands are going to rest by our side. Relax your toes, your hands, the tiny muscles of your face. Let the tongue relax from the roof of your mouth. Each inhale, imagine you're sending love, light, all the good things towards the places of your body that are tense, even your mind. Let your thoughts pass. If you catch yourself engaging in them, just bring your attention back to your breath. Just let your mind relax. I'll be here for a few minutes and then I will call you back. start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe rotate your wrists and ankles. Bat the eyelashes open. We'll come back up to a seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Find one thing that you're grateful for today. Thank you so much for joining the class. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye. The light in me sees and honors the light that shines in you. Namaste.